But it's not the time.
You already have them in your closet.
Yes, they're just waiting for the chance.
I don't even have.
Wear them now.
Yeah, you should wear them now because before you know it, it will be hot.
I don't know where I throw my clothes.
You don't know where your clothes are?
Like, I buy clothes, but at the end of the day, I find that I don't have clothes. I don't know why.
That's what my male
just
male
don't
friends
like
always do.
Suli! Suli is fancy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Everyone's
looks
fancy
beautiful
today.
today, right?
Yeah,
Very professional.
professional.
So, who's doing the Korean? Is it me or someone else? Just wondering. Wow, thank you.
Don't you feel privileged?
Yes, I do.
It's totally you. Okay.
No, I'm sorry. It's still written Emma. Emma 보고 싶어요. Emma 사랑해요.
I do love that it's still her Nema, right? Too much decaf. What did you guys have for breakfast today?
Nothing.
I had a bun. I had the last two dinner rolls and now sitting.
I had an assignment.
Assignment for
Was it
breakfast.
tasty?
Not enough.
No.
Do you guys know why 6 is afraid of 7?
Is it that one?
Oh, it's that.
Never you mind. But yes, you got it. I couldn't get it. I was like, I don't understand.
How do you remember that? I've had that before, but when she asked me, I was like, why?
No, that's
That's exactly it. I don't understand.
that's something that like elementary school kids usually
That's
talk
why-
to each
That's
other.
why I don't remember. How come you remember?
I didn't get it until Sully started counting.
Really?
6, 7, 8.
Ask your kids; they will know. Trust me.
That's today's quiz. Nonsense quiz today.
Oh, okay.
You ruined it for everyone. Yeah.
In my defense,
In my
I
defense.
haven't learned anything about Gyeongtip, so
Hassa.
so
All right, ready?
Yeah, that's what I was.
Here is your daily quiz reminder, listeners. You still have a chance to answer our quiz question and send in your answers to pound 9870 for your chance to win one of our awesome prizes. Now, today our quiz is not related to our cultural news. Our quiz is not related to a singing group. Actually, today we have a nonsense quiz for you. Sully does like nonsense quizzes, and although I could not guess the answer until she gave me a hint, I'm hoping our listeners out there are good at guessing nonsense quizzes and have got the answer. All right, listeners, if you're ready, the nonsense quiz today is about numbers. It is, why is 6 afraid of 7? So I, again, could not get that until she gave a hint. 7 is a prime number. It's spooky. And just in case for those who still can't find any leads, here's another hint for you that she gave us. Count from 7 to 9. 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then you will get it. So again, listeners, our question is, why is 6 afraid of 7? If you know the answer, send us a text right now to pound 9870. Keeping in mind, a short text will cost you 51. A longer text will cost you 101. Sending in the right answer, you have a chance to win a fitness center coupon for Live Fitness Center, a gift voucher sponsored by Big Gold Women's Hospital, our laundry detergent and fabric softener set made from natural ingredients, safe for the whole family from our sponsors at House, Breathe Easy masks from Sumlat, and a department store gift card sponsored by Medaville Center. Up next is part 3 and 4. What are you doing? Let's move together live on NodTube. Keep it tuned here to GFN 98.7 FM in Gwangju, 93.7 FM in Yasu. I just ate my mask. I breathed in and I hate it.
Oh
Sit,
my.
sit.
I was like, are you okay?
I just ate my mask.
You ate. Speaking of our quiz.
How was it?
I should stop throwing hints.
Why is Yana afraid of Kayla?
Because Kayla.
Throughout history, humans have been curious about the world around them. We're almost always doing, seeing, making, or thinking about something. Now, our curious nature leads us to ask our friends, family, neighbors, and acquaintances, what are you doing? Join us to find out. And in the studio, I'm your host, Kayla Nichols. Welcome now to What Are You Doing? Good morning, Frank, Elvis, and Yana.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, back is Yana. So, Frank, how are you doing?
I'm doing great with the spring, with the new weather.
Yeah, it's beautiful, right?
Yeah, kind of warm.
많이 곧 있어요. 바람 조금 시원하다.
아, 시원하게.
근데
Got the
밤에
sun.
장난 아니죠?
I find it 여기에서 조금 더워. I don't know if they have the heat. 있어요. 하지만 whew,
맞아요.
no, Elvis.
맞아요.
어,
맞아요.
그래.
It's quite hot. It's quite hot in the
I thought you were gonna take your hat off. I was like, no, you like it. I
I
like
like
it.
my hat.
여러분, 빨리 넣어두 가요. To
맞아.
see Elvis's 모자, his hat. 아름다운. Yes.
너무
Yeah.
멋있네요.
감사합니다. I try.
오늘 저 빼고 다 너무 멋지게 입고 오셨네요.
아니, 야나도 충분히 멋져요.
충분히. 감사합니다.
All right, listeners, What Are You Doing is meeting you in multiple ways while our voices and music are coming out on the radio. The show is also being live streamed on YouTube. You can check out channel GFN. Please come and join us every Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. And don't forget when you come to click like, subscribe to channel GFN so you won't miss a thing.
매주 수요일 11시에서 12시 GFN 라디오뿐 아니라 노튜브로도 여러분을 찾아갑니다. What are you doing 이름하여
뭐하니?
우리가 뭐 하는지 궁금하신 분들은 노튜브 검색창에 채널 GFN을 검색하셔서 지금 라이브 스트리밍을 확인하세요.
Like.
구독, 좋아요
네.
눌러주시고요.
Okay, so do you gentlemen and ladies know what we are doing today? Do you know what is special about today?
Can I relate to the feeling these days?
그래?
Just moving out of the winter to the hot weather,
Right.
kind of.
Yeah.
Is it
It's
true?
spring, right?
그럼 오늘
I'm
그런
not
기분
sure. 나도 몰라 어떤 너무나 춥던 날씨 있었어요. I don't know exactly was you consider it a cold weather if you're from say
Oh,
you know
okay, yeah.
a part of the world gets a lot of. I was telling my dad 오늘 that 오늘 조금 춥다 because it was I think 1도 있었어요 on my way to work. And my dad said, well, we got a high of -10 today. -10도 있었어요.
The maximum?
Yeah, the
Minus
high.
10?
Yeah.
The high of -10. It was supposed to go to a low of like -19. So I said, I mean, 타와?
My bad,
좋네요.
my bad.
Right. But here in Korea, of course, we know that last Friday was Gyeongchip. Do you know what this day is for? Do you know what Gyeongchip is for? Have you ever heard of Gyeongchip?
어떤 봄이 오는 것과 관련된 거 아닌가요? 봄이 났어요. Maybe.
You like the song?
Yes. Okay, so what we are doing today is we're actually going to explore some customs and traditions of Gyeongchip. Now, Gyeongchip is the day when spring reappears across the country in Korea. Yay!
맞았어요.
봄이 났어요.
It's actually very confusing because
It's the only song I know with 봄 in it.
I know
The song is really
Ipchun.
good.
Ipchun, yeah, Ipchun was before.
So there's Ipchun, then there's also
경치.
Gyeongchip. Oh my.
Yeah, there's actually 24. 24개. There's for information for everyone, for our listeners. In most Asian countries, including Korea, the year is divided into 24 seasonal terms by the solar calendar, the celestial longitude of the sun.
Okay.
And Gyeongchip marks the beginning of the third solar term.
So you're
Out
just
of
only the
24.
third.
Out of 24, yeah, there are
Two more to go.
Yes.
지금 3월이니까.
That means 조금만 기다려. 너무나 덥다.
Right, that's actually basically monthly. Oh no, two times a month.
Twice a month, right?
그런 거
Sure.
같아요.
Oh,
그런
right,
거
right.
같아요.
그럼 한 달에 2번?
I guess that means it would be slightly more accurate than our spring, summer, fall, winter, because
Yeah.
generally speaking around the world when it's winter in Canada, maybe it's like summer feeling in another country,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Maybe. But can you guys feel spring in the air?
For sure.
Coming from warmer countries, when you're walking, are you finally like, oh, okay, 그래, 네 맞아, 봄 왔어요.
맞아. 이제 더 이상 패딩 안 입고 있죠.
그쵸. 그게 제일 좋아요. 팬 너무 그냥 불편해요. 약간 너무 길어가지고 불편한데 이제는 뭐 좀 제가 원하는 스타일 입을 수도 있고 그런 거 좀 좋아요. 아주 좋아요.
And Yana, how about you?
세르비아는 한국처럼 4개월 있으니까 좀 비슷하네요. 근데 저는 개인적으로 봄이 제일 좋아서 너무 행복해요. 요즘 봄이 드디어 올 거니까요.
I like this time of year because I turn the heat off in my house. You don't need the heat in the house.
Yeah.
And I save money.
Yep.
Oh my God! All right, listeners, I'm wondering if you can feel the spring in the air or if you enjoy warm weather lately. Let us know, pound 9870. You can find us on NoTube's live chat. Let us know. We're going to listen to a track by Ijak. It's called 당연한 것들.
Oh, you know the song?
봄, 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 봄.
That's the only one I know with 봄 in it.
I only know BTS. 봄날. I don't know that song. I just know BTS.
This is, you can't not know this song.
This song is very popular.
I've heard it, but when I think of 봄, I think of 봄날. 방탄소년단.
봄날.
다시 봄날이 올 때까지 꽃 피울 때까지
That sounds like two different songs.
그곳에 좀 더.
One is the verse, another is the hook.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
they should sound different.
And I'm army, so I know better. I know better.
She's got to slip that in, and I'm army. So.
Everyone.
Which means you have like millions worldwide on her side, so don't say anything that's going to get you.
Everyone on YouTube.
Seriously, is the heat on in here? I'm just curious.
Right?
Feels a little warm.
It's so warm, right?
벌써 여름이에요.
Right?
간단히로.
Yeah, we can turn it off, right? 괜찮아요? Oh, yes. Please turn it off.
These days, because of the weather, like, you know, it's confusing. You think it's hot and it's cold. You think it's cold and it's hot. So I wear black stuff in case it's cold.
Exactly.
Because
It's-
it accumulates all the heat inside it.
It's the time of year where it's summer in the sunshine and winter in the shade.
Exactly.
That's what my mom said to me today.
That's so.
It's summer.
Wise.
Yeah, it's summer.
And as you said, like, because
False spring. Second spring.
turning off the heating inside, I mean, at least in my one room, it's a bit cold.
Oh.
But then when I go outside, it's warmer than the inside.
Yeah.
So I'm really hot, but then I don't bring my jacket, but then I'm cold. So
Yeah.
as you said, it's
Layers.
layers. It's settle for layers.
That is how you beat it. With layers.
We're in a season where you need to carry your jacket on your hand.
Oh, yeah.
Not on your, not
Who is
wearing.
Busker, right?
Yes.
Boom, boom, boom.
No, that's Roy Kim.
Roy Kim.
Yep.
Who's?
You the guitar.
That's Busker, isn't
That's
it?
Busker,
Yeah.
Busker.
사랑에 빠져서. That one?
여수 밤바다.
That's
Okay.
장범준.
Right?
장범준.
Yeah. But I love Busker, Busker. That one I know.
사랑에 빠졌어.
노래 한번 해봐요 그럼 여기서 노래 타임. 자,
제가요?
자,
봄
프랭크
노래.
시작.
봄 노래?
어.
봄이 왔네요. 우리가 처음 만났던
그대 향기 그대로 그대가 앉아 있었던 그 벤치 옆에 나무도 아직도 남아있네요. 살아가다 보면 잊어질 때라 있지만
You're Korean, man.
프랭크 졌어?
저는
준비 안 돼?
준비다 준비.
준비. Okay. We are back, listeners. That track was by Ijak. It was called 당연한 것들. What are you doing? And today what we are doing is we're actually going to learn some customs and traditions of Gyeongchip, which is one of the 24 seasonal terms by the celestial longitude of the sun. Basically, all the seasons cut into 24 different sections, right?
Yep.
Now, I personally am enjoying the weather lately. It's just so nice. About noon, 12시 시간 or 1시 시간, just by the river, 강 옆에, just walking. There's 사람 없어요, and 바람 조금 있어요, 태양 많이. It's just so beautiful, and the smell. It's very stress relieving for me. Do you guys have seasonal divisions in your country? Like, do you go by any kind of seasonal divisions, or just the standard spring, summer, fall, winter kind of? Or any national sort of celebration to mark the passing of spring or something like that, or the passing of summer, or the...
루안다 같은 경우는 이렇게 농업 관련된 그런 개념으로 이렇게 나눠져 있어요. 네 가지로 나눠져 있는데 일단은 드라이 시즌 2개, 웨트 시즌 2개. 드라이 시즌 하나는 아주 더운데 비는 안 와요. 한 3개월 정도 비는 안 오는데 근데 계속 더워요. 그때 한 한국 여름이랑 거의 비슷해요. 온도는 좀 낮지만.
Right.
근데 웨트 시즌 같은 경우는 롱 웨트 시즌도 있고 숏 웨트 시즌도 있어요.
Right.
이름 그대로 숏는 비는 조금 오는데 근데 롱 웨트 시즌은 완전 진짜 매일매일 비 와요. 엄청 많이 와요. 약간 그런 네 가지만 있어요. 우리 루안다에서.
케냐랑 비슷하고.
Same.
Similar to Kenya. So short rains, long rains,
Right.
then long dry season,
short
short
dry
dry season. 근데 이제 약간 반대. 지금 한국은 겨울에서 그 봄으로 좀 넘어가고 있는데, 근데 우리 케냐 루안다 쪽에서는 아마 좀 더운 약간 여름
지금
느낌
더워요.
나올 것 같아요.
조금 더워지고 있어요.
So,
Like, in Canada, we have a joke about the seasons. There's like, you know, first winter, second winter, fall, spring, third winter,
oh,
start of spring,
yeah.
last winter, real spring, fake summer.
Oh.
So it
Second spring.
keeps going.
Yeah, because you know, you can actually, and I have actually done this when I was a child. There's literally all 4 seasons in one day. So when I was about like 10, we were in bathing suits on my friend's deck, and the sun was shining, and we were playing badminton, and around the deck was about 2 feet of snow. And the weather was warm enough in the about mid-afternoon to be in a bathing suit in like a bikini playing, you know, in December, but mid to end of December with like 2 feet of snow.
That's interesting.
4 seasons in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
신기하네요.
start in the morning and it's winter. By the time you're like 10시, it's 봄, and about 12시, 1시, 3시, it's like summertime. Then you're raining into fall about 4시, 5시, and by the time you're, you know, 9시, 7시, 8시, 밤, it's like snowing again and back to parkas.
I want to experience that.
You say you do, but one Christmas when I was 대학교 학생, I had drove from my university to home, and like 11시 30분 밤에서 눈 없어요. Not even a speck on the ground. 없어. Anywhere you look, 눈 없었어요. And then about 8시 아침 일어났어요. There was 4 feet of snow. So in a period of like 7 hours, 7시간, from the first flake that fell,
Yeah.
4 feet stayed. Everything was shut down because the plows couldn't get out. They had to like plow their way out of their own driveway. So you say you want to experience, but I think you do.
하루만.
한 번만.
한 번만 하루만.
Okay, so marking the start of spring, Gyeongchip is an important day for Korean ancestors. They would plaster walls or build new walls on Gyeongchip because they believed that there wouldn't be any trouble with earthwork on that day. The tradition is also of burning the rice fields to control pests and to pray for good harvest. That always takes place before Gyeongchip. But obviously, listeners, we are inside in a radio station with lots of fire prevention things in here. So in the studio, of course, we cannot build a fire on a field. Also, there's no field here. And we cannot build a new mound of anything. I could build some mound out of my paper.
Yeah.
You know. So instead, there are some other customs that people carried out to celebrate Gyeongchip, and we're going to learn about them through quizzes. If you're ready. Come on, guys. Do it. Do it. Okay. All right.
Reminds
The
me
first.
of the Aladdin scene.
Ilbon question quiz for you.
Okay.
On the day of Gyeongchip, it was traditionally believed that animals, including frogs, wake up from this. No looking.
여기 답이
What's the
없네요.
name? 이름.
From sleep.
Oh. What is the sleep? 이름.
잠.
단어. 이게 뭐예요? 잠? It's a kind of 잠. 잠.
한국어로?
한국어로?
한국 알아요?
몰라요.
나도 몰라요. 영어 알아요?
네.
영어는 알죠.
무슨?
Hibernation.
딩동댕. Do you know other animals that hibernate?
Bear.
Bears?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's
Listeners, I feel the education in this room is sadly lacking. Only bears and frogs. That's it. Okay, then. I feel we should take a song break for our panel guests to think about other animals that hibernate
Yeah.
and listen to a track by Carnival. It's called 그딴 그랬지.
What about humans?
Humans don't hibernate. Come on.
I think I do.
Please help us.
여름잠도 있는 거 알아요? 여름잠? 여름에 자는 잠. 겨울잠 반대. 여름잠.
아,
여름잠? Oh.
근데
여름에 자는
휴먼도
동물도
할
있어요.
건데.
Please help us in the
Hibernation?
comments.
겨울이 되면
알려주세요.
습관이 바뀌잖아요.
Obviously, we know frogs and bears.
그냥 뭐 타타한 거
And
먹고.
maybe.
토끼 아니야 토끼? 토끼
Turkeys
아니야?
don't hibernate.
아니야?
Really? I was
Rabbit?
gonna say that.
겨울잠 자는 동물.
겨울잠?
다른지?
곰,
다른지?
곰 말고.
곰
아까
말
그랬잖아.
했잖아.
곰?
뱀.
뱀?
뱀?
Oh,
오,
yes, some
그래,
amphibians
맞네.
do. Bam, right. Frogs
We
do.
should- We should just name
나무 안에
amphibians.
들어가서
I don't know.
If you can think of any other amphibians that hibernate.
너구리.
Nobody.
개구리.
고슴도치도.
개구리
Nobody is. I don't know.
봄에
Okay.
들어가니까.
Skunks, bees, snakes, groundhogs, and bats.
Bats?
Bats hibernate.
Oh,
Whoa.
thank you.
That. Speaking of which,
Zero?
hibernation
어디에?
한국말로 어떻게?
그럼
겨울잠.
lazy brown.
겨울잠.
겨울잠 맞았어.
Fox, kabuki, chimi? 아니. Squirrel.
Squirrel.
다른지.
다른지.
다른지, right?
Yeah, I
Pen.
was thinking of that, but then.
Pen.
조금 쥐.
겨울잠쥐가 있어. 겨울잠쥐.
Oh, the house,
이름에
right?
겨울잠쥐가 있어.
달팽이
달팽이.
and the ladybug.
How about 모기?
We are back, listeners. We were just discussing something. That track was by Carnival. It was called 그딴 그랬지. And we were actually talking about the things that hibernate. We could only come up with 개구리, frogs, and 곰, bears.
Okay.
But there are actually a wide variety of things, including one that shocked me, bats. I
Yeah.
didn't realize bats hibernated.
Right.
And 달팽이, snails also hibernate.
Snake too.
And right,
뱀.
PD Pim also some snakes, right? And some squirrels, 다른지, and some 조금 쥐, 그냥 쥐, mouse, but a common house mouse. House mouse. Okay, so the question of on the day of Gyeongchip, traditionally believed that animals wake up from this. It was hibernation. Agricultural societies drew the first animals to wake up for spring, gave a certain liveliness to the universe. So they used to scoop up and eat eggs of this animal. So this animal woke up from hibernation and they would see the eggs and scoop them.
What?
That makes me feel a little bit, ugh.
All right.
What?
Right?
Okay.
Okay, so what was the animal?
Whose eggs are eaten?
개굴.
개구리?
개굴.
Yeah.
개굴. 개굴.
개구리.
Frog.
Frog.
Gaggle.
Okay.
Woman.
Now, if our listeners tune into our NotTube channel on channel GFN for our show, they're going to see a tray in front of us that contains a few different things. Now, one really particularly interesting and amazing thing about Gyeongchip is that it's another tradition to drink the sap of this tree. The tradition continues today around this time of year. The extraction of this sap in southern and central regions of Korea is in full swing. It's believed that drinking this sap on Gyeongchip could heal stomach aches and internal diseases. So, listeners, as we are going to try some of this, we're going to one of you has to reach whatever you want to try first.
Oh, can I
Pick
open
one.
it?
Yes, pick one. Okay, which one? Yes, okay. So, Frank has picked the pancake.
These are pancakes?
These are mini pancakes.
맛있겠다.
Yes. Okay,
Oh.
the other plate though. The other plate.
어.
Take one plate for you and one plate for. Okay, so we are actually going to pour.
That's just one.
Eh,
Okay. wait.
is there two on that one? We're actually going to pour
No.
the
Just one.
liquid onto the plate. I can share with you.
Ah, really?
Yes.
Yes,
I can
Not
do
like
we
pouring the
won't double
liquid?
dip. Okay, I'm gonna.
This
Yes.
syrup?
All right, listeners. I don't know if you can bing in on this. This is a product from Canada,
Oh.
It's very delicious. and it is maple syrup.
Maple syrup.
Yes. So apparently, I'm not sure if they boiled it into syrup or if they just drank the sap itself. It's gonna pour a lot.
So they like take the sap and make syrup out of it.
Yeah, what you do is you take the sap out of the tree and then it's like the sap is like something like 2% water or 2%
Yeah,
sugar and 98% water, and then you boil it, and it becomes like 67% sugar and the rest. There's the cap right there.
Okay.
So, listeners, we are actually going to try our maple syrup. And we're going to try our popcorn pancake and hot dog. Also pancake-ish with honey inside. And we're going to dip it into the maple syrup. Now, as a Canadian, maple syrup is nothing new to me.
Okay.
How about you guys? Have you eaten maple syrup before? A lot? A little? Never?
A lot.
A lot?
진짜요?
Yeah. 왜냐면
Frank?
어떤 카페 가면은 이제 팬케이크 서브하는 카페 이거 시럽이랑 막 줘요.
Oh, 그래?
Same thing with elders. Just in cafes.
Okay. And Yana?
저도 한두 번 먹어본 것 같아요. 카페에서 세르비아 사람들은 이거 잘 안 먹어요. 물론 그 카페 갈 때는 먹는데 전통적으로 안 먹어요.
I don't think there's a food in Canada that someone hasn't tried to eat maple syrup on yet.
Oh really?
Maple syrup and bacon? 너무나 맛있어. Like if you use your maple syrup as a base, let's eat while we talk.
Okay.
If you move yourself, I want to eat. 여러분 먹고 싶어요.
먹어봅시다. 잘 먹겠습니다.
너무나 맛있어.
큰 걸로부터 시작해요.
작은 거요.
여러분, since it's Canadian maple and it tastes so delicious,
팬케이크는 너무 귀여워요.
they're teeny tiny little pancakes, right?
대박. 이거 너무 맛있는데?
오늘 아침 안 먹어서 다행이네요. 이거 다 먹어버릴게요.
그래서 조금 나의 생각에 재미있었어요. 왜냐면 this is nothing new to me. These are pancakes and 매 일요일 먹어요. 그래서 every Sunday I make pancakes in my house with maple syrup.
Oh.
So this is
So
괜찮아요?
Sunday like
괜찮은
Wednesday.
게 아니라 아주 좋아요. 네, 아주 좋아요.
네.
맛있어요. 너무 행복해요. 아침 안 먹어서 배고파요. 다 먹을게요.
We also have coffee and ice cream to try with our maple syrup when we come back. We need to take a quick song break though, and we also need to take a station break. So listeners, if you haven't done so yet, please go to our YouTube channel. Check us out on channel GFN. We will meet you back in the second half. This track is by Leeds. It's called 겨울잠을. That gives me it gives me a moment without having to talk to scoop the ice cream and the coffee. Yes. Huh? Huh? Oh. Oh yeah. Oh. So you want me to wait to scoop? Okay.
Oh my god. There was Korean here.
Where?
Still have time.
괜찮아요. That's our pop quiz. We're going to give it after the station break as a reminder. You can
Okay.
give it in Korean.
Okay, so this is a quiz?
Are you sure?
No, this our
Pop quiz. This is today's pop quiz, listeners.
What is it?
그럼
The sap of this tree is enjoyed on the day of Gyeongchip. It's believed to cure stomach aches. What is the tree?
okay, so after you say that, then it's Korean.
That's
Oh,
right.
you,
It's
we
our
have this. What is it?
Not today. It goes a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Today.
Ah, BTS. Yes.
Are you guys already finished your pancakes?
No, I was just thinking it's rude to eat everything. Because I'm so hungry.
PD님 has like 4 boxes. 많이 먹어요.
제 거예요.
I'll try this one.
I was gonna say, I want to say the hot dog with the.
Hot dog I know, but
Wouldn't it be too sweet?
Isn't that the point?
I'm enjoying my life now a lot.
I'm enjoying my life now. This morning was kind of sucky, but now.
No,
You're
just give
sucking
me.
it.
난 아이스크림 먹고 싶다.
Yeah. With. So yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
Ice cream and pancake.
난 이거 좋아해.
Ice cream, and then you drizzle. It's just plain vanilla ice cream, and you drizzle like maple syrup over top of it. It is so
Oh my
good.
god, I think I'm already in love.
It's so much better than just the like maple ice cream they make.
I've never tried maple ice cream. There is maple
People
ice
eat
cream.
too much sugar.
I
Said
can't
he as he scooped.
He's like, I gotta dip this all the way in.
I'll try the small one.
Try it. Okay.
But this is too much sugar.
But just one. All the rest is for me.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever actually drank the sap? Not the syrup, but like the sap that comes from the tree.
I'm not sure like exactly which tree, but there's a tree you used to drink when you were young. Yeah, maybe it's maple.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Was it slightly sweeter?
Yep.
I was gonna say, because maple sap tastes basically like slightly sweet water. It's really good.
Yeah. I remember we also used to like suck nectar from flowers.
Oh, were they like clovers? Where they were like pink on the top and white on the bottom, and you picked them
Oh, yeah.
out and you could
Those
like
two-
suck.
yeah.
Yes, so did I.
I can't remember which ones, but I did as a kid. I don't remember what.
And it's kind of funny too, because we were like, "Are you eating the flowers?" No, I'm eating the like
Yeah.
seeds.
It's funny because like we in our elementary school we had like a square assembly ground. So then the flowers used to grow there. So when you go in the morning for assembly and everyone is just like
Big one. And the worst thing now is that like even though I used to do it as a child, I see my kid try to pick a flower and I'm like, "Don't touch that! It's dirty."
You're a bad person.
times have changed. No, times
I
have
used to
changed.
eat snow.
Times have. Huh?
You know when you see snow, freshly fallen snow, and you'd pick up a thing and you'd be like, you know, you'd eat it.
Or you just
And like now I
open
see,
your mouth.
yes, and now I see my kid trying to do that, and I'm like, "Ugh, get that out of your mouth."
No, but really, when it starts snowing, just open and like try to.
Just don't eat the yellow snow. That's all.
Oh my god. Don't even want to go there.
Yes, you do.
If you eat like 10 of this,
But you have to
You
save
can
room
die.
for the coffee and the
This is my
ice cream.
breakfast.
coffee finds its room.
Coffee makes everything settle.
그냥 공간이 채워져 있어도 그냥 공간이 알아서 찾아요. 커피는.
그런 말도 있잖아요. 디저트는
네.
그 특별한 배 있어요.
예, 예.
다른 배 있어요.
따로 있어요. 그렇죠.
If you ever
디저트를
디저트가 따로
위한
있다 그러지. 우리.
배가 따로 있죠.
그래서
인정하시네요.
많이 먹어도 괜찮아요.
If you ever get bacon and like sizzle it in the pan when it first starts sizzling,
맞아.
진짜로?
drizzle some maple syrup on it when it's about like 50% cooked. And it's like maple bacon. Or like ham, if you're going to cook a ham or a pork chop. And then you start cooking it and then you drizzle maple syrup on it. And it like creates this like glaze. First off, it smells delicious. And secondly, it tastes delicious too.
Kayla sounds like a good cook.
I don't think there's very little I haven't tried with maple syrup.
When are we going to your house for dinner?
You
Exactly, the
can
important question.
try it with chicken. It's not so bad with chicken, but I don't recommend it with beef. It was not my favorite with beef. Beef on its own has enough taste, right? But like pork really tastes good with like a glaze of maple. Have you ever had ham and pineapple?
Other
Yes.
than on a pizza.
Ham, well, ham and pineapple in a pizza, or if you're baking a ham and you stick pineapple when you bake it.
Just on a pizza. Apart from that, no.
But I like those tastes, like
It's like a, it's quite
meat
a,
and fruit.
right? That's a little different.
It was so tasty.
어쩜 맛있어.
Right? I'm clearly not
헛떡-
going to need... I'm waiting for the ice cream.
아,
It's so good.
호떡이랑
Really?
먹으면 너무너무 달아요.
I'm waiting for the coffee.
The coffee and ice cream and syrup.
Wait, I need one more of these.
국장님하고 나랑 한 PD랑 예성이랑 따로 시켜라 그러게 하길래 번죽버거 드신다 해가지고 시켰거든요.
나도 본좀 먹고 싶다. 본좀 먹을까?
나머지 그럼 정우까지 4명 한 명씩.
성희한테 얘기하지 왜 우리한테.
My sister says humans do try to hibernate.
I wish.
찜나도 드셔보세요. pan케이크.
팬케이크 먹어보래. 시켜 먹지 시켜.
Is PD님 hungry? do you want some pancake? I am gonna put it out there for anyone who's listening on YouTube right now, and you're wondering to yourself, you know, I have some kogi at home, I have some samgyeopsal, what can I do with it? A little different flavor would be to make yourself like brush it on with your maple syrup, just brush it on lightly.
Wow. I feel like this is a whole new world.
Ready?
Okay.
We are back, listeners. That track was by Im Jung-hee. It was called Na Doraga. We are What Are You Doing? And what are we doing today is we are trying different things out from our spring, our start of spring, right? One of our gyeongchips, our celestial 24 sections, right? And now I did want to give a little bit of a quiz reminder. So remember, listeners, you're going to send your answers to pound 9870. This is our pop quiz for today. We talked about the sap of this tree, which is enjoyed on the day of gyeongchip because it's believed to cure stomach aches, intestinal digestion problems, internal diseases. We want to know, what is the tree? What is the tree that the sap comes from? So pound 9870, right? All right, Yana, you want to give it in Korean?
Let's give it a try. 경칩 붕습 중 하나죠. 이 나무에서 채취한 수액을 경칩에 마시면 위장병을 치료하는데 효능이 좋다고 알려져 있습니다. 한국어로 이 나무 수액을 고로쇠라고 하는데 달짝지근하면서 맑은 맛이 나고요. 가을이면 붉은색으로 입이 물드는 캐나다의 상징으로 알려진 이 나무는 무엇일까요?
Now, I'm kind of curious, do you have this tree in your countries? Like in Korea, like in Canada, obviously, there's many kinds of trees. This particular tree for the quiz is where our syrup came from today, our maple syrup. So the tree, they're huge, and the leaves, a proper size leaf is about the size of my hand. Whereas in Korea, you have, I don't know the technical name, but I always called them Japanese maple trees. They're much smaller.
Yes, right?
But still, they're a kind of maple tree. Do you have that kind of tree in your country at all? Either the big ones with the big leaves, like on the Canadian flag, or, you know, the smaller sort of like baby hand-sized ones.
Yeah.
It's
We have those kinds of trees, but I don't think we use them for that.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
purpose.
right.
Yeah.
They're so gorgeous in fall. Reds, yellows, oranges, like burgundies. So beautiful. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
How about you, Johanna? Do you have a lot of maple trees in your...
있는데 그렇게 많지는 않아요. 그냥 그리고 대표적인 나무 아니에요.
Right.
근데
Okay.
너무 예뻐요.
Well, okay, listeners. So before the station break, we were eating pancakes with maple syrup and hot dog with maple syrup.
Yeah.
Now we're going to move on to ice cream or coffee.
Coffee.
Okay, we need a coffee break. Maybe this is also a chance for you at home, listeners, to grab yourself a coffee and come back with us. We are actually going to put maple syrup in our coffee. Now, we're going to put maple syrup in our coffee. Did I have to say that twice? Actually, maple syrup, and listeners, I know you're thinking, but maple syrup is really sweet. It has a lot of sugar, which is true. But if you have a chance to switch out regular sugar for maple sugar in your recipe, you can actually use a little bit less of the maple syrup, and it's healthier. It's because it's naturally derived and there's no chemicals added to it. The process is literally just boiling. Boiling product. It doesn't get refined. It doesn't get just boiling.
Yeah.
So it's actually naturally more healthier for you. There's like natural antioxidants and anti-inflammatories, etc. in maple syrup. So we're having coffee today with maple syrup.
Wow.
Kaupshida. I'm so far from the coffee, and my Jedi mind tricks are not working. Give me the coffee. Nope, it didn't come over here. Oh, am I the guinea pig?
어머니부터.
Okay, so we have just plain black, dark roast coffee.
Lovely.
I was gonna say, where's my
Habits.
That's okay. Yes, I should learn to drink Americano anyway, right? Because it's healthier for my diet. But I already had a few coffees today, so I'm only going to take a small. Yes. One was decaf at least,
Okay.
so
Okay.
Still counts.
it still counts. What are you talking about here? Okay, I'm going to actually use some of the, I don't want to waste the
Of
syrup,
course,
so I'm
of
going to
course.
try and, without spilling,
The bottle for Frank.
there you go.
Okay.
You guys can actually use the syrup in the bottle, you know?
Because we have a lot.
It's just we put a lot and we don't want to waste.
It's okay.
All right, I'm taking a sip. I didn't.
I can feel the
You're not
good smell
giving.
of
Just
coffee.
use the bottle, guys.
Can I get this?
Okay,
Are you going to
so
use the spoon for stirring or for
Yes.
the ice cream?
I'll use it for both. 여러분, 프랭크랑 엘비스랑
Diana랑.
syrup on the plate. You guys why you didn't just use your bottle and pour it in?
아꼈어야죠.
Are they
아니,
double
케일라 하는 거 보고 하는 거죠.
맞아요.
a very awkward way. Okay. Fantastic. All right, so I'm taking a sip, listeners. 나는 지금 마실래.
어때요?
It's good. 너무나 맛있어. It's like, maple syrup has a maple flavor, right?
Yeah.
So it's like 조금, it's like a little sweet. 조금 설탕.
달달하다? Kind of.
Like a little sugar taste, but maple. You can even smell it.
I like
It's
the
got
smell.
maple 냄새 있어요.
I like the smell.
Wow.
Right?
It's
nice.
really good.
I would not lie to you. 거짓말 하지 마세요. 너무나
향이
맛있어.
좋다.
Frank, you have a look on your face.
커피 잘 마시는 사람도 있고
약간
이거면은
이
잘
커피
마실
마시고
거죠.
제가 어떤 생각 들었냐면
If you need more syrup,
예 오늘부터 제가 집에서 시럽 꼭 있어야 된다는 생각이 들었어요. 약간 커피 마실 때 아, 이렇게
it gives it a
마시구나.
slightly it gives a slightly different flavor
네, 네.
than just it's like vanilla or there's
맞아요.
hazelnut or there's maple.
보통
Yeah.
설탕과 진짜 달라요.
달라요.
향도 다르고 맛도 달라요. 저는 보통 커피 설탕 없이 먹는데 이거는 진짜 맛있어요.
Okay.
진짜 특별해요.
여러분, let's take a quick song break while we enjoy a little bit of our maple coffee. We're going to listen to this track by Kim Tae-woo. It's called Piano. Okay, so one thing Canada has never done that I've ever seen in Canada is maple pop or soda. But in Korea, they have a maple soda. They
소다?
have a pop, like cider, cola, Penta, they have a maple flavored
Where is all of
bubbly
this?
water or carbonated water.
Where is it?
Yeah, we haven't.
Where
I've
is
never
it?
seen it.
Convenience stores. But it only comes out in fall.
That's right.
They have a spring one that's like cherry blossom, and then in the fall comes out a maple. It's the weirdest thing. It's like drinking if you put syrup in like cider or Sprite together. That's like
But that's too much.
But it's a
Sweet
seasonal thing. Yeah.
It is a seasonal thing. It is quite sweet. I made it through half a can before I was like, that's
You drink one, you have to drink like 5 liters of water.
Did
do
feel
it.
no, it was more like I needed to brush my teeth after.
Oh my god.
You know when you eat something too sweet and then you're just like sweaters on your teeth and you wanna chica.
How do you feel with the coffee? Good?
I like it. I put enough in mine.
So you're starting to, are you drinking coffee with us next time? You say you don't like coffee, but she's enjoying it.
I
right?
like coffee. I think it's Emma who didn't like coffee.
Emma can't drink coffee.
Oh, really?
I know that.
Emma doesn't like coffee. I love like lattes though.
I'm an Americano guy. I drink Americano every day.
Me
I would
too.
like to, but it's very
too.
bitter. I find coffee to be very bitter.
I love bitter.
I don't understand
And
people
it's
who
like-
drink Americano every day.
Right? It's a little too.
I'm feeling uncomfortable with classes these days because you can't carry coffee to the class.
What? Not even in your tumbler?
No, you can't because of the mask. You can't remove your mask to drink coffee.
Oh,
in
it
the class. So
Not
you have
even like with a straw?
no,
Put a hole in it. No, under. Like here.
no, you can't.
You could be sneaky. Just cut a slit here, and then when you open your mouth, and then when
That's
you close
not
it,
safe.
it
I'll
was,
get a coffee IV.
Oh my god.
it is true. I'm not advocating
Or
cutting your
just-
mask.
Or just
Coffee IV.
Ivy, right? Yes.
Ivy, you want to mainstream
Yeah,
that?
that's what I just said.
What are you doing? Nothing? It's my coffee bag.
No, but I understand you completely. I think I started drinking coffee every morning since I was in high school, and
Morning?
every morning I drink coffee.
eat a different type.
I was gonna say I didn't drink coffee till I came to Korea. I hated coffee.
I
until came
started
to
with my
Korea.
mother. Like Serbia has a long history with coffee.
For us, it's tea.
Coffee, and so really, if I don't drink my coffee, I get a headache. Like really, I know it's caffeine addiction.
Caffeine withdrawal.
I know. Like it's not a joke. I really get a headache, so I really have to have my coffee.
True.
Do you know what I really want to do? I want to put
Most
the
people,
ice cream
most
in my
people I know
coffee.
are like that.
That's life.
We are back, listeners. That track was by Kim Tae-woo. It was called Piano. We are What Are You Doing? And what we are doing today is we are trying Gyeongchip traditions, and we are eating different things with maple syrup on them. We have tried maple syrup and coffee. What is our verdict? What is the verdict on maple syrup and coffee?
Ding dong dang.
Ding dong dang.
Yeah.
And
It works.
아주 좋습니다.
oh, 좋다 or
존맛땡,
괜찮아요.
존맛땡.
그냥 괜찮아.
It's like nice.
It's a nice.
아주
Okay.
nice.
We still have one more that we're going to try,
Yeah.
right? We're going to try the ice cream and maple syrup on top. It's just plain vanilla. 그냥 vanilla ice cream 하고 maple syrup. This one is my favorite because it's like I'm going to guess you have not because you're from hotter countries, but have you ever tried to make molasses or like toffee? Okay, no.
Not
All right.
exactly.
캐나다에서 우리 도시, my parent 부모님 도시, it's surrounded by a particular huge forest that makes a lot of maple syrup. Shaw's sugar bush. You can go as a person. You can go. You can tap a tree and collect the sap, and then they take it to this huge, big, like cauldron, 큰 size. And they pour it in, and it bubbles and 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 bubbles. And then they'll take a small cauldron and keep bubbling it past syrup stage until it becomes like molasses. It's really thick, and it's wintertime, so there's like 눈 있어요, and you take the syrup, the molasses syrup, and you pour it on snow, and the snow freezes it, and you have like toffee candy immediately right there. For kids, no, 좋다. 너무나 좋아요. You can see the whole process. But last weekend my son went, but it was frozen because it was like minus 19. Minus 19도 and colder. So the sap had frozen. So, but it's really, it reminds me of my childhood of like eating the vanilla ice cream because maybe we ate snow as a child, but with the the stick and you rolled it up and you're just like, oh, 너무나 맛있어.
이제 먹어볼까요?
너무나 맛있어. Okay, so let's do the ice cream. Let's get that out there.
The name means together.
Together.
Oh, okay.
Together.
Why is it always going to the girls here? Just out of curiosity here.
Huh?
You want me to
매너가
Ladies
좋아서.
first.
ladies?
Ladies
That's so nice. We have gentlemen in the studio here. Oh, I have a little. Do we have a spare spoon? I don't want to stick,
Yeah,
Oh,
we
we have
Yeah,
some.
let's have one for the.
because I don't mind using my spoon, but I don't want to ladle out my ice cream with.
I gotta keep enjoying my coffee.
Right.
Yes. Ooh. Ooh. Yes. It is. I'll try and take as much as the already melted ice cream. There we go.
Thank you.
Are you
Okay,
being smart
여러분.
again?
우리 바닐라 아이스크림 in our cup에서, and then we're gonna take our syrup and drizzle it over the top
I'm so.
on the side of it. Do you want me to do it?
No.
On my head.
Get to know. Easy.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay. I'm really not good at it.
Without making a mess, I will try to drizzle some. Now, the cold of your ice cream,
Use that one.
ice cream 춥다. Do you want?
Let's just.
Should make your dressing, make your syrup a little bit thicker, like almost like caramel. 조금 like caramel. I don't know. Are you able to see that in the cup there? 괜찮아? Can you see it, listeners? It's like a little bit marbled inside with the vanilla ice cream and the... Maybe not. It's melting now. Okay, so I'm going to eat because
You can't
you
wait.
need your... you need the, yes. This is my favorite. 너무나 좋아. 너무나 좋아.
Is this how it's supposed to be held?
No! What is that? If you do that, you're going to drop it.
Please don't.
Hold it. If you waste the syrup, we're going to have to turn the cameras off. And it'll be...
As we said, it's gold.
Mm-hmm. Oh my god.
Okay.
It's so delicious.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you kind of a funny story. It's, I swear, something that could only happen in Canada. So maybe 4년 전에? 5년 전에? I'm not sure exactly how long ago it happened, but there was a huge maple syrup heist.
Heist?
So like 아마도 미국에서 우리 금 or 돈 they steal, right? But in Canada, they stole maple syrup. Like
Really?
$2 million worth of maple syrup. That's why we call it the what? Where's your maple syrup? That's why we call it like liquid gold because
Oh,
you know.
that sounds like something
I do think
could
it was
watch.
recovered. I want to say maybe in Quebec, but
그거 영화로 보고 싶어요. 와.
but that's a very Canadian thing, right? The Great Canadian Maple Syrup Heist.
Yeah.
Coming to theaters soon. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh wow.
It's good, right?
Yeah. It's kind of simple, like plain ice cream, but at the same time,
It's
really
just a
sweet.
small like kick at the end when you get.
Yeah.
This, but I think you're making new addictions.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to get your mind blown, I'm going to put my coffee
Huh?
in my
Me too.
ice cream and I'm adding my coffee to my ice cream and maple syrup.
I'm following you. I think
So,
that's the best.
Are you
idea.
planning to eat that?
It's so good. 너무나
No.
맛있어.
No, I can't imagine.
I'm doing it.
For the love of coffee.
No,
I
no,
want-
I'm doing it.
coffee. 여러분 너무나
Out of
맛있어.
respect for coffee.
With all due respect for coffee.
Okay, your last bite of ice cream and syrup. Try it.
I'll do.
Okay, the last one.
Leave like a small sip of your coffee and a small bite of your ice cream and try like the very last.
Okay, got it.
That way you're not wasting, but you're trying it. It's so good. 너무나 맛있어. 여러분, 진짜 집에서 조금 바닐라 아이스크림 있어요. 조금 시럽 있어. Did you try the syrup? Syrup. Give her the syrup. Syrup. Yes. Oh yes. Other PD님.
이거 진짜 맛있어요.
드셔보세요.
너무나 맛있어. You have like the yeah. 조금.
Yeah.
Yeah.
너무나 맛있어.
저는 팬케이크랑
But I tell you, if you try this, like after trying this, you need to drink too much water.
It
If
is
you put
true.
the
Yeah,
sugar-
you will need some water after, but it's really good. I don't like maple ice cream. The already mixed
Yeah.
like 사와요 maple ice cream 나는 안 좋아요. But I love vanilla ice cream 하고 maple syrup. It just tastes like a chemical, like chemicals or something to me with the already mixed. But the just drizzled a little bit on top. 너무 맛있어.
그리고 사람마다 원하는 만큼 할 수 있으니까 좋아요.
More natural-ish.
As Elvis said, we are just creating new addictions.
And there is nothing wrong with that.
Are you sure?
Never! If it involves maple syrup, nothing wrong with that. All right, you need, guys, you need to say goodbye to our listeners.
벌써요?
맞아요. It's time to say bye.
어떡해.
여러분 집에서 그 시럽 많이 사놓고 이거 다 해보세요. 진짜 맛있. 특히 아이스크림이랑.
정말
네,
드세요.
네, 네.
네, 그리고 꼭꼭 뭘 드세요.
All right, I'm so glad you joined us today, listeners, but unfortunately it is time to say goodbye to Hello Korea. Thank you for joining us. I hope you enjoyed your time. Earlier in the show, we gave you a nonsense quiz. We asked you, why is 6 afraid of 7? The answer is because 7, 8, 9. 7 먹었어요. 9. 7, 8, 9. Get it? Yes.
Oh my god.
Coming up tomorrow, we'll be bringing you the latest cultural news, and we will have our daily quiz. There will be must-see K-movies with Yassel. And lastly, for those who love talking food, we have the language of food with Go-Go. Join us 10:05 a.m. to 12 p.m. Monday to Friday right here on GFN, 98.7 FM in Gwangju, 93.7 FM in Yasu. Up next is lunchtime news updates, so have a great day, and we'll meet you back here tomorrow. The last song for our show for today will be this track by Lee Seung-gi. It's called 제게. 여러분, 너무나 맛있어. 많이 먹어요. 고맙습니다.
진짜 좋다, 맛있다.
She really 맛있어, right?
Yeah.
다음 주 만나요.
KMT.
다음 주 봐요.
But it's sticky.
Yeah, and my hands are all.
Kayla, I gotta try this.
Okay, just once,
it's
right?
actually nice
The
with
last
the coffee.
Yeah, it's just like a hint